but it really deeply affected me. I wanted my audience to know why I feel differently about that phrase that I really enjoyed for innocent reasons. Fuck, man.
Oh my god, girl, please. Vibe change. Wee woo wee woo. We're vibe changing.
They don't tell you the price you pay.
A comedic creator apparently made a video involving Rosie, and QuirkyLoveRosee, she immediately had to address it.
It was the worst timing. I think the video was from like a week ago. It was the worst timing I could have seen that video.
Look, I get that I'm controversial and that I've recently fucked up. I'm just a person, man.
So Cheyenne Jasmine is not new around girl world. If you've been here for any amount of time, you probably have seen at least one of our comedic skits that she has uploaded. She's done stuff from the likes of parodying Amberlynn and Beck, Nikocado, Avocado, and one of my all-time favorite, of course, FFG.
Hey girl gang, how is everybody doing? I hope you're all having a great day so far. The Crackhead Olympics.
So for Rosie to know all of a sudden come on to Bob Marley's internet and pretending like, oh, this person did such a disservice, such an egregious thing towards her, is really laughable.
Why is she staring at my belly like that? Because she loves big girls, obviously. You gotta keep up, Rosie. You're a locale now. I don't even know why I'm here. Like, I'm not even like a locale or like in girl world. Like, I don't even know why I'm here. Oh my god! Yes, you are! Jeez. Like, I don't understand. I don't fit in here. Like, hi girls, it's me, Tommy. So I bet you're wondering why I invited you all here today. Well, as you know, since I'm with Amberlynn, it's pretty obvious that I like big girls. One of my favorite things to do is Tommy time with Amberlynn. But I'm getting kind of bored of her belly. What do you mean? So I wanted to see if I could compare her belly to your bellies, Chantal and Rosie. Today has been the best day of my life. Rosie, your tummy is just right. I choose you for some tummy time with Tommy from now on. This is like really flattering and everything, but like I'm gonna be going back to Texas soon and like I don't think this is gonna work out, so.
Apparently, this video was so offensive that Rosie absolutely had to come on to tell our audience about it. Which is interesting because at the same time she spends a whole lot of time telling said people not to give these things the attention, but we will get to that.
Oh, I was sitting in the bathroom.
Rosie just had to make the distinction because we all know some of our best material comes from when she's on the toilet.
Just because you may not understand why I'm in the dark does not mean that I don't have a right to be there.
And people might figure out what I'm talking about by context, and that's fine, honestly, because I genuinely, no one sent this to me. I did not seek this out, and I was so disoriented from what had just happened and transpired. But I want to talk about it because I think it's so fucked up. I just do. And I wish from the bottom of my heart I had never seen it.
God forbid a creator comes on here and make the content they enjoy. I didn't hear Rosie come on here and complain when Michelle McDaniel or Obese to Beast did content about her that present her in such a positive light. But God forbid somebody who is a comedian comes on here and features Rosie in a piece of their content that somehow comes out in a way that Rosie don't like.
This video popped up and it threw me off for a second because it wasn't like a reaction video. It wasn't like stuff I'm used to. It took me about 20 seconds to even realize what I was watching. And then the part that's on me that I'm like pissed off at myself about is I couldn't look away. You know when you're watching something and you're like yelling at yourself like, don't do it, Rosie, like don't watch it, don't watch it, leave, like, you know, when you're like trying to get yourself to do something, but whether it's motivated by self-destructive tendencies or just whatever the case may be. Like, there's, I think, a lot of things I could point to for that, right? But I couldn't stop watching.
So the first problem is already established. She supposedly hates what she's seeing. She knows that she shouldn't be watching it, and yet somehow she manages to make it everybody else's problem.
But I came across this video of someone acting out this fictional scene about me and the other two in Go World. And it was centered around that death-feeding bitch. Essentially, like, kind of the plot of Goldilocks, like the Three Bears or whatever, but with tummy time. So I essentially watched someone act out fat fetishism onto my body, you know, that they acted out. So moving forward, I removed tummy time from the title, and I like, shit, no. Nope, I'm not doing this.
The over-dramatization about her being so upset and emotional about this fictional scene is really manipulative. And that is funny because Rosie came in talking about her run-ins with Amberlynn and how Amberlynn tried to manipulate her, trying to tell her, oh, somebody in her life is deceiving her and she should reach out. And now here we are, doing all of this for what? To prey on the emotions of the audience. What I need for Rosie to understand is you're allowed to hate the video. You're allowed to find it disgusting, but we're talking about what you did after seeing something that you supposedly wanted nothing to do with. And can somebody tell me what the fuck is this supposed to mean?
As I've been blowing up, I keep hitting do not recommend channel, do not recommend channel, do not recommend channel. But the algorithm, I can't control the algorithm. And I'm still getting served shit about me, and it just sucks.
What the blood clot Rosie mean by as she's blowing up in Girl World? I thought she didn't want any part of this community. Who the fuck Rosie thinks she is? Does she actually believe that she's the star of Girl World?
When I pulled it, I must have either like just accidentally like turned up the volume or something, because normally because of like sensory issues, I keep autoplay audio and visuals off by default, and I haven't been able to figure out how to turn off autoplay videos on the recommended page, and maybe that's just because I haven't tried hard enough. I don't know, but I figured out how to mute them on default, and that was cool.
So Rosie explains why she changed the title of our members only live stream from Tummy Time to whatever it is now.
I removed it from the title of my most recent live, and I'll be adding it to my blocked words list. So.
Now, after stating all of that and bringing up the whole Shy and Jasmine situation, people in chat were saying to her, why not report it? Or they're gonna report it. Rosie now says that she doesn't want people to report the video. She says that the best thing is to not give it the currency of their attention. Meanwhile, she dedicated a part of her live stream to talk about it.
It was the worst timing. I think the video was from like a week ago. It was the worst timing I could have seen that video. I'm not going to send my audience to report. That's against YouTube's terms of service. The best thing to do is to not give it the currency of your attention, in my opinion. But, you know, girl will shout her out and shit, and it is what it is. I can't control it, but it really deeply affected me. I wanted my audience to know why. I feel differently about that phrase that I really enjoyed for innocent reasons.
In my opinion, Rosie is so full of shit. I first heard about Tummy Time watching of Zachary Michael's video. They're the one from my knowledge that came up with this whole Tummy Time thing, and it started making it rounds inside of Girl World. I'm gonna take it that someone from Rosie's audience went in there and used the whole Tummy Time, and maybe she thought that it was cutesy and that they came up with it. But no, Zachary Michael came up with this. So I don't know if she think that no, this is some kind of way for her to tit her way onto them. But no, Rosie, it was always a gag against you.
I feel differently about that phrase that I really enjoyed for innocent reasons. Fuck, man.
The girl's crying is always a fun time for me. So moving on from this, it is clear that Rosie anticipates that she's gonna get criticism for this. She made sure to slide it in there that she has the right to talk about it.
So anyway, I just want to say I have the right to talk about these things.
And that she doesn't appreciate people telling her what she should or shouldn't talk about.
And I don't appreciate people telling me what I should or shouldn't talk about. So.
Not a soul said you weren't legally entitled to talk about it. We're questioning the decision making. There's a difference between having the right to talk about something and pretending that you're above the attention while actively feeding into it.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, she clearly has barely, like, I have no opinion about how I was portrayed, to be honest. I didn't find that part offensive at all.
So let me get this straight. She didn't find it offensive, but yet she powered up a live stream, worked herself up, bring herself to tears, made a whole spectacle of herself, but she's not offended?
Like what?
In fact, it was just very clear she had no idea who the hell I was. But, you know, whatever. That is so not the point. That is so not the problem. The point is how I'm constantly sexualized against my will. That's the point. That's the problem. It happens all the time. I don't see the majority of it. What I do see is horrific. So
Horrific. Horrific is the word that Rosie is gonna use here to describe a comedic video that somebody did and put on the internet about her. Same video she just said that she's not offended by. What exactly is the issue here? Cause I must be fucked up or something. Because in one breath, she said it was extremely traumatizing. She acknowledges that she had to turn it off. She said she couldn't look away at the same time. She turned it off, but she still couldn't look away at the same time. Repeatedly talk about how badly it affected her, but she was not offended. What exactly is the point here? Because from what I hear, she kept watching, she became upset, she went live, she explained the upsetting video to our audience, but at the same time you're not offended?
Insane.
Somebody please make this make sense for me.
I'd never seen, in all my Girl World past, I'd never heard of this person. I was surprised, especially when I saw her subscriber count. I was shocked I'd never heard of her.
The audacity of Cheyenne to have almost 50,000 subscribers and Rosie has never heard of her. I'm just over here waiting for somebody to pop up with a clip of Rosie referencing Cheyenne in the past. But just know, if and when that happens, Rosie is gonna blame it on the fact that she's forgetful.
I really hadn't. And if I'd ever heard of her in passing, I didn't ever look into it. I really had no clue who she was. And my hope is that she just truly didn't know my history. And she's not that awful. That's all I can hope for.
Rosie move a dirty blood clot and go. Where? But pussy clot history. Your history of what? Consenting to make feeder corn in the past? And in this live stream, Rosie even talk about how Cheyenne was depicting her in some kind of fictional shit. And I know for certain, I know for sure, I have seen somewhere on Twitter, somebody shared a screenshot from one of Rosie's spicy content where I don't remember the character that it was, but Rosie was doing some kind of child's play with cake smeared all over her face. Girl, get bent. Go get fucked.
It was extremely traumatizing, and it is on me that I didn't turn off the video. And I in a different headspace I would have. I was caught off guard, and by the time I realized what I was watching, that is my response. That's my fault. I get that.
So why exactly did we come live to make a whole big deal about this? So I take it because it is not on the main feed and it has a potential for less people to see that it is okay for her to do this. So Rosie alone is allowed to put creative material onto the internet, which I cannot recall what Rosie do creative content, but I guess she's the only one that is allowed to upload her creative material onto YouTube and earn monetization from it. She already told us that we're all scumbags for trying to make a buck off her.
Do whatever you gotta do to get your check. Fine. Keep being a piece of shit for fucking monetization purposes. That's not my journey. That's not my story.
All right. I just wanted to address that because I don't want to use that phrase anymore.
You know what the gag about all of this is? It wasn't Rosie's phrase to use in the first place.
It was all fictional, obviously, but it was horrible. They were using fat fetishism as the butt of the joke, and they were acting it out like crude Shane Dawson skit style. It was demented, bro. I wish I had never seen. I wish I was who I was yesterday before I'd seen that. And I mean that with my whole heart.
So in conclusion, Rosie saw a video, Rosie clicked said video, Rosie didn't like the content of said video, Rosie decided to watch the entirety of said video because of course it featured QuirkyLoveRosee. And if you make shit about her, of course the star of Girl World will give you the currency of her attention. Just so we're clear, Rosie can absolutely hate a joke. She can think that the video crossed a line, she can also block people and move on. But don't tell everybody that the attention is the currency while steady cashing the fucking check. And making the streamer members only doesn't magically mean that you don't give it attention. It just means fewer people get to watch you give it attention. But anyways, people, that is it for this one. Thoughts, comments, criticism? Let me know your take on all of this. Much like Rosie, I just had to come on here and talk about this. I know I am very, very late, but I just had to come and talk about it. But anyways, people, that is it for this one. Special shout outs to the
blood clot yell them
whose names are popping up here. I appreciate y'all. Anyways, people, that's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.